One opportunity, one decision, one action are one of the basic principles of the Korean martial art of hapkido, which purpose is forge martial artists who are able to defend from any danger which poses them in their everyday life. Hapkido is a Korean martial art founded in the year 1899, but it was prohibited by the Japanese when they conquered Korea. After the collapse of the Japanese Empire in 1945, several Korean apprentices of Japanese martial arts, such as Aikido and Judo, returned to their native homeland where they tried to learn from an old book which had survived the Japanese regime. After transcribing the book, they decided to add techniques that they had learned from Aikido, Taekwondo, and Judo, but they modified them in a way which suited their purpose. Figures such as Su Mok Soo and Kim Moo Hong had the vision of making Hapkido a martial art which would be useful in a daily life basis, and they did. Since I was about 12 years old, I began to get interested in martial arts, but I started to practice until I was 15 because of laziness. The idea of learning Hapkido came to me when my Taekwondo sensei offered me to teach this art. After making me a demonstration to me, I got convinced that this was one more martial art I had to learn, and as its wide range of techniques, such as joint locks, caused a great interest on me. Certainly, the person I most admire in this activity is my sensei. He is a very wise person who has learned Korean martial arts since he was a child. He is currently a 6th Dan black belt in Taekwondo and a 5th Dan black belt in Hapkido, and won the gold medal in the Seoul Games of 1992. Besides this what I really admire from him is that he is always encouraged me to do better and to exceed my limits to become a better person in mind, body, and soul. In Hapkido, the only time when you need equipment is when you are fighting a full contact match. It is really important to wear equipment as it will protect you from getting serious injuries such as broken bones, although when you applied certain techniques such as joint locks and there is no way to counterattack, it is advised to surrender by shouting or tapping your hands and foot, so in this way the opponent does not continue applying pressure, which can damage a joint or even break it. Also, wearing equipment does not mean that this does not hurt, it only prevents injuries. Despite of this, a Hapkido equipment includes a helmet, chest guard, arm protectors, and protectors in the tibia. In this type of martial art, there is only but one critical safety knowledge. As mentioned before, in order to prevent injuries such as broken bones, it is always essential to surrender when there is no means of escape. Despite of this, on a daily basis you will only get small injuries such as bruises. Hapkido, as any other martial art, involves several stages. These stages are defined by belts. As you progress, you will increase belt until you get to black belt, which is the highest color of belt you can get. How much time it takes to become a black belt depends on how regularly you train. Usually, to increase your belt color, you have to have at least 40 hours of training and you have to pass an exam. After becoming a black belt come stages known as Dan. To increase a Dan takes a huge amount of time as you have to have at least 1 year training on the current Dan you are. Plus, you need to have a certain age limit. So, you can imagine how much time and effort has taken my sensei to become a 5th Dan black belt. The good of martial arts such as Hapkido is that you don't require any skill at all when you begin, although it will be mandatory for your skills to improve subsequently as you increase your belt. This includes making almost no mistakes. That is why martial arts require a lot of discipline. In Hapkido, what you require more is concentration and memorization. You will have to use these two aspects as you progress, since you have to memorize every step to make a certain technique, such as a projection. An advantage of learning martial arts is that you use every single inch of your body to employ certain techniques. For instance, to be able to produce an efficient kick, the energy requires to start from your foot left on the ground to the movement of the torso. Also, as in many other martial arts, you will develop incredible reflexes which will allow you to react faster in a dangerous situation. Finally, how you succeed in Hapkido depends on your own will to take challenges and be able to accomplish them. As a Chinese proverb said, Teachers open the door of knowledge to students, but it is up to them to come in or not. If you are able to follow the path in, for becoming for coming into this door, you will become a person who is able to combine its soul, mind and body indefinitely into a mysterious world of martial arts where you will never stop learning. Until until then, you will be able to call yourself a true martial artist.